Why? It starts out kind of cute at first, right? When you're little, you get up and mom and dad slap you like, why is the sky blue? And mom and dad make up an answer because they don't really know. Are you asking, why is this hot? Why is this cold? But then it starts getting kind of rebellious. Go clean your room. Why? No, you got to go do your homework. Why? Make your bed. Why? Why? And then mom and dad just want to strangle you, but you're having fun at this point because you like getting that reaction, right? Right, yeah, you like getting that reaction. But why? Asking that question is how we learn. Just like when you're little, you're asked why? And why can also be a very tough question sometimes. I was online the other day, and I came across this poem, and I wrote it down. And it just really got to me. I'm just going to read it to you guys. I don't know who wrote it. It's just some girl that wanted to be anonymous. And it's called Why. Why does it hurt so much? Why do I cry? Why is there pain in my heart? Why do they lie? Why am I so unhappy? Why does this feeling always occur? Why won't it go away? Why is life so hard? Why do I feel like dying? Why are there so many questions? Why? 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 Why am I even here? And a lot of times we go through life and we ask ourselves a lot of those same whys, maybe not all, but we all want to know why. And tonight, I'm here to tell you something. Tonight, I'm here to tell all of you that I don't care what anybody else says. God cares about your why. I don't know if you guys heard me. I said, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what your boyfriend or girlfriend says, what your mom and dad say. I don't care what your friends say. I don't even care what the President of the United States has to say. God truly cares about your why. And not only does he care, but he has all the answers. And the question of why am I even here? Why am I on this earth? What is my purpose? What am I supposed to do? God has the answer for that. It's very simple. On a basic level, God's answer is very simple. He wants to have a relationship with each and every one of you. God wanted to have a relationship with us so much that he came to earth as a man. He stepped down from heaven where he had everything going for him and came down to earth as a man so that he could spend time with us. And he didn't spend time with the high and holy roller people. He just didn't even want to deal with those people. He spent time with the lowest of the low. He spent time with the prostitutes, with the thieves, with the beggars, with the sick, with the needy. That's who he spent time with. So why wouldn't he want to spend time with you? That is the reason he came. And when Jesus was asked, what are the two greatest things that we can do? What are the greatest commandments that we can have? He had a very simple answer. His first answer was that first thing. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and all your mind. Love God with everything you have. Get that relationship with him. Give God everything you have. And the second part was very similar. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love those around you. When you see a need in your school, when you see those people that are hurting you, love them. I just recently watched a movie, and someone here watched it with me, called To Save a Life. It's a really good movie. The Lord is calling. He wants to speak with us. All right. Was that right?
It's the government or something.
David, what did you do? But we just recently watched a movie, To Save a Life. And in this movie, some of you got to watch it with me. In this movie, there's this kid. And he's in high school. It's his senior year. He's got everything going for him. He's the star of the basketball team. He's dating the head cheerleader. He's the party king. Everybody knows his name, even the people he doesn't even look at. Until one day, everything comes crashing down. His best friend from middle school that he ditched when he became popular walks into the school one day, pulls out a gun, and commits suicide in front of the entire school, right in front of this young man's very eyes. And at first, he just tries to shake it off, still living his life. He's still going to his parties and everything, but it's nagging at him. Could he have done something? Could he have been there? Was there a change? When people are telling him, hey man, there's nothing you could have done. It wasn't your fault. You didn't pull the trigger. You didn't do anything. He goes, that's right. I didn't do anything. None of us did anything. And if we did, could we have saved his life? If we had just done something. And because of that, he starts going and he starts a little group just to have lunch with people. He just starts hanging out with people. He goes up to a kid that nobody else was talking to at lunch. He just invites him to lunch. Just come in. And the kid kind of shakes him off at first, but eventually the kid comes around. And he risks his reputation. His friends, his girlfriend, his best friend, they all turn their backs on him when he decides to do the right thing. He risks his reputation to get with me. And that's a very powerful thing. A lot of us, it's something that's very scary. But I'll tell you something. When you risk your reputation for somebody, when you're walking down the hall and you see that kid getting picked on that nobody ever talks to, nobody looks at, he's just that weird kid that sits in the back of math class, everything's going to set off a bomb in the school one day. When you risk your reputation, stand up there, they're picking on you, walk and say, hey, I like this kid, he's my friend, leave him alone. People are going to laugh at you, sure. But you just made a friend that's going to be better than any friend you could ever have other than that. There's a scene in the movie where he's at a party and his girlfriend steals his truck. His name is Jake Taylor's at this party. Girlfriend steals his truck, the most popular kid in the school, and he can't get a ride home because all his friends are doing better things. He ends up having to call the youth pastor that he just met to get a ride home because his so-called friends at that time were too busy or too drunk or just tied up in their own stuff. By the end of the movie, after he's risked his reputation for people and after he's gone through everything, he finds that he has greater friends. And these people that will stick with him forever, that will stick with him through anything. It comes to a point in the movie, you think that once he becomes a Christian and once he's doing everything right, that everything goes great for him. But no, he finds out his girlfriend's pregnant. Yeah, exactly. He finds out his mom and dad are getting a divorce and everything comes crashing down. And right when he thinks everybody is going to abandon him, the people that he stood up for and the people that he's been spending time with and risked his reputation for are the ones that stand up and the ones that stay with him. Even when everybody else has turned their back on him and he thinks he's going to be alone. Because he did that, risked that reputation. Because honestly, how many of you that have graduated from high school even know most of the people that you were friends with in high school? Very few. Because they're just there. You never really made that connection. But I guarantee you, if you're willing to take that risk and fight the injustice when you see it in school and fill needs, not just in your school. I mean, you can see the dishes are dirty at home and just do them. It's very simple. Yeah, Michelle likes that. And this is a very simple, basic thing that God wants from us. He just wants a relationship with us, a relationship with Him. And a lot of times, how many of you have ever been asked the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? And everybody has an answer, right, at some point. I mean, I remember I used to go to church when I was little, and I'd be all dressed up in my suit, have my hair slicked to the side when I was like 5 years old. I don't know why my parents made me do that. And people always walked to me, had my little Bible that I couldn't even read.